Being the employer of a neurodivergent person isn't easy, and employers are worth their weight in gold. But honestly, employing anybody isn't easy. You just have different types of challenges when you're dealing with neurodivergent people, and especially considering what the challenges for the neurodivergent person is. And so I just wanted to recap this month in January, where we talked to employers, employment coaches, and we started exploring the best way neurodivergent people could look for jobs and employers could hire. And so the first thing I want to say is patience is a virtue, and we have to continue to cultivate patience. As I work on having patience myself, I'm able to look beneath the surface of the person with whom I'm speaking and start to see other talents that they may have and the sparkle in their eyes when they talk about their real passions. All people light up when their passion is involved. It doesn't matter what their IQ is or if they're whatever their neurodivergent diagnosis is. The heart transcends all of the executive function issues that seemingly hold neurodivergence back. When the heart takes the lead, resilience is born and creativity follows. As adaptive skill sets emerge, and passion trumps skills. Skills can be in part learned, but passion is organic. As I speak to employers of neurodivergent people, my heart feels full. It's not easy being those employers. Workarounds have to be figured out for the jobs to be done correctly. There are restrictions on what employers can ask of their neurodivergent employees, yet questions have to be asked in order to understand the behavior of their employees. Behavior is a form of communication and can be misunderstood unless explained. There's a story behind the behavior. To understand and modify the behavior, there has to be a discussion. The discussion has to transpire with kindness and demonstrate a willingness to accept the person. I would love it if the neurodivergent person would take the lead and explain what they're good at and what they're not. Explain their special accommodations that they need, address the way to communicate with them if you're an employer or that person. And I've asked my neurodivergent friends and colleagues how they feel about taking the lead and announcing or advancing, I'm sorry, a conversation that would provide insight regarding the complexity of their needs, their behavior, and their challenges. The response has been that they're tired of always having to explain themselves. But what's the alternative? Getting fired? Frustrating the employer and preventing them from hiring other neurodivergent people in the future? Help me help you. If there are restrictions put on employers, preventing them from open conversations with a neurodivergent employee, how will the employer know how to get the best from their employee and receive the benefit of continuing to work with them? Because there is a benefit. I don't think it's realistic to expect employers to accept whatever behavior they see of a neurodivergent employee without understanding the genesis of that behavior, without learning how to work with them and doubting if they made the right choice. We need to understand why we're seeing what we're seeing, why we're experiencing deadlines not met, raw emotions coming out, work not done right. If we knew what's going on inside of the employee, we can create workarounds so that we can still maintain a valuable person and business relationship. You know, this really applies to all of us, doesn't it? Patience is a virtue. I work on this every day as an employer of a neurodivergent person. And the way I leave all of you after processing this information is that in the world of special needs, we all need each other. See you next week.